We're obviously still in this Grace chapter here. If you haven't watched any of the previous VODs, again, I linked them before if you're interested. But we're doing some research. We've been, well, this chapter we've mainly been exploring a handful of the castles that we're talking about here. These Ludwig the Second castles. And we've unlocked this location here towards the end of the last stream that I had, where we met with sort of this like local scholar who gave us some information about stuff. And yeah, we got some information, this, that, and the other. I think we probably need to putt around a little bit more with the newly acquired stuff and see if anything has changed. The one thing that this game does that is very similar to the first game, Sins of the Fathers there, which is, I do like that game as well. Somebody mentioned before that that was a good game. I agree. I love the soundtrack of the first game in particular. It's a good one. Robert Holmes going off. But yeah, there are times where you have conversations with people and it feels relatively, it's interesting, but like not necessarily groundbreaking, but sometimes that's sort of the catalyst. So we'll have to, again, keep poking around and sticking with it. This feels like one of the more nitpicky chapters in that there's probably some small details that need to be done. And if you miss them, you miss them, and you got to keep like digging for them. There's a load of information in hotspots and exploration to do. It feels bigger than any other chapter that we've had so far, so we gotta keep going with it. So yeah, this is the new location that we just got to. So we've got this lovely lakeside view. This is apparently where Ludwig died. That's where we met our kind of local scholar. There's also this very menacing chapel thing up here. Monument, perhaps.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
Oh, look at me. How about both? How about both?
It's a memorial.
I don't know if there's anything special with this quite yet.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
So, yeah, we've got that kind of looming in the background. The one thing I did notice is that there, like right at the very end of the last stream, there was a hotspot that I missed over here. As we slowly creep to the end here, we can go into this punch in here. We obviously can go in here and look at this.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Very clearly in a different room, which is always fun. And then we have this punch in here that I didn't realize.
I wonder what it felt like under there.
So I don't know if that means anything, if there's something hidden that I can't see quite yet. But yeah, we're gonna do that digging today. Roll with it. Only German you know is Schottenjäger. It's funny because yeah, it's probably not a common combination of words, right? But yet that's what we have. It looks like no matter if I click on the left or right, this is all one hitbox basically. So from here to here, all one, and then that's where we are.
Grace Nakamura.
Grace Nakamura. I love how she's like brings her sass back here. As far as inventory goes, probably worth going over this. This is both for you and me because sometimes I forget what I have. We've got this phone number here. This is the kind of local historian person.
Professor Barclay's Ludwig contact.
Yeah. So that's we have met this guy one time. We have not been able to call him again, so I'm assuming we need to progress as per usual to kind of keep that going. We've got a museum ticket for the Ludwig Museum. We've got a car now, which is nice. Nice, safe sedan-looking car. There's this Ludwig biography that we have, and this guy did mention the person who wrote this book has all the good details. So, there's a bunch of interesting stuff in here. There could be something that's maybe useful to us now. But yeah, as of now, we've got this. Maybe that is a key thing. I should think about that more. We've been writing many letters, so these are one of our many letters. Two of them right there. This is just our notebook. There's nothing special in the notebook. I think it's just there to kind of say...
My note.
Actually, no.
My note.
Grace's notebook, I think, might actually open.
My. My.
For some reason, I remember her like being
my-
able to call back stuff, kind of like the tape recorder for Gabe. Either way, got that. We do have this letter to Ludwig.
I have
From one of
heard
the Schottenjägers there. Detail cranked up. Did not mean to click on this, but play. Screwdriver, that could come in handy, I suppose. We have our wallet, which is loaded with some money. Professor Barclay is the guy who sent us over to here, so I don't think we're going to use that anymore. I think I have tried calling, but I guess we could try again. And yeah, that's pretty much what we have. So yeah, I guess there's not really much to look at here other than, you know, what we have already done at this point.
this is
I don't think there's anything else in this particular screen.
this is
It's all the same hit spot, and then we've already done the shore pretty extensively. We can warp back to get to the other side quick, which makes me believe that perhaps there's nothing really to look at here other than kind of just using this as an interesting set piece, which it certainly is. Hey, Galaxy. Welcome. Yeah, pretty much today's order of business is to play this for a while till I start to fade out here, get stuck. And then we'll do some grubbing. And then if I can't think of, you know, if we're stuck and I grub and I think of something else, we may come back to continue that. But that is where we're at now. I'm trying to think. So this is the location where we just were. This is our newest one. This is the museum, I believe. Oh, you can see it up at the top here. The museum. This is one of the castles. This is where the Schottenjäger castle is. One of our home base. We can go into town as well, and then another one of the castles. I have hit the hit thing to see what you know, kind of what's available. Although a few people have told me that this is not exactly the best thing to go off of. It just generally means that there's something to do there, but it might not be available to us quite yet. So take this blinking with a grain of salt, I guess. But I'm glad that it's, you know, it's around. It's nice. So I'm going to just kind of do one of the first things I was thinking of here, which is to just give the phone numbers one more ring. Give it the old college try. Just kind of cross a few things off the to-do list here. Because this game is interesting in the fact that, I mean, heck, we don't always know what to do.
nothing.
This one's
There's
been
no-
particularly
I'm not-
difficult because there's a lot of I don't know. It's a lot of research, I guess, for lack of a better term. Like, there's a lot of things that we just kind of need to glean. So the game is, I think, doing more checkups on us to make sure we know what's going on rather than, you know, solving puzzles or anything at the moment. And that can sometimes be difficult because it's I don't know, a lot of times you can sit there and feel like I do get what's happening right now. I can, like, I kind of am picking up what it's putting down, but it, like, the game's like, are you sure? Are you sure you get it?
It
So we'll
wasn't
keep going.
worth picking up the first time. I don't know who else to write.
So yeah, we've already kind of sent our letter for this particular trip, so we're okay there.
Who should I call?
So let's try the phone here. We can try calling this guy again.
I don't have anything to talk to Herr Dahlmeier about at the moment.
Cool. I think I did that last time. That's fine. We'll try our Yale contact.
I don't want to bother Professor Barclay again.
Very good. Okay. Quick and easy. No worries there. For ruling areas out. So that's what yeah, that's 100% what it is. Yeah. Hey, Finesse. Thanks for good luck. Good to see you. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm leveraging it now. Like, if there's a spot where I'm kind of like, I really don't know where to go next, or kind of like what, you know, what it's doing, I feel like that's a totally fair button to click, just to be like, okay, this is what's on the table. Let's like do a deep dive into these first, kind of a deal. So yeah.
Nice view of the Alps.
let's head on out here again. We'll check with Gerda and see if she's got anything up her sleeve. We've made friends with Gerda, of course.
I don't have anything to ask Gerda right now.
Okay. That's why I ask these questions. Gotta check. Make sure everybody's doing okay.
I thought Gabriel said...
Yeah, okay. We're out of here. We're out of here. Hey, yo, Master. Welcome. Hope people are enjoying that Lucy emote. That's great. I forgot about that one. Krelos put the original image together, and then the Twitch auto thing allows you to do the little hop, and I'm like, we need more of that. We need that right now. Hey, Umbar. Hello, hello. I'm sure this is never going to be a
I
thing.
wonder what kind of flowers these are.
I always have to check in on the flowers, make sure that it's coming together.
I don't want to disturb her.
I think we've gone through here before. Oh, this is a new hotspot.
The Madonna. The Madonna. The Madonna.
The Madonna.
The Madonna.
Okay, that's interesting. I've never clicked on that before. Can I do this one?
Saint Georg, patron saint of the Schattenjägers.
Okay. I didn't know I could click on those.
Grace
Now, I'm thinking that can't be what we've been waiting for, right? The Madonna one's particularly interesting because there's a cut into the Madonna in one of the castles.
These coffins are really old, and they're all Schattenjägers.
Good gravy. How about that? Yeah, so that's that one. I'm just gonna double check some of these here.
These coffins are real. Martin Ritter, 1190 to 1253. These coffins are really old, and they're all Schattenjägers. Jürgen Ritter, 1403 to 1461. Jürgen.
Yeah, okay. It's interesting that there's a cut in here and then...
Those look better. Wolfgang Ritter, 10 May 1923 to 25 June 1993. Gerda must have really loved Wolfgang.
Bill, put the underscore in there. Yeah, I noticed that as well. I'm really grateful for these subtitles. Like, this is like a fan patch, but there's some great moments
Ritter,
like that.
1403 to 1461.
It's really good. I don't think there's anything in here that is going to propel us forward at this point. Hey, Mitchell. Welcome. Welcome in. It's time for some more Gabriel Knight 2. As we continue to just try to suss out exactly what we need to do here. We've looked at a number of things. I think we've gone through all of these spots as well.
I don't have anything to say to Herr Huber at the moment.
Yeah, Good Soup doesn't want anything to do with us right now. Hey, Electric Dragon.
King Ludwig II of Bavaria.
I do enjoy this, like, the facial hair.
King.
I think it might be the way that they've, like, kind of matted this, like, photograph together of the actor. What I'm assuming is an actor, but, like...
So that's King Ludwig II of Bavaria.
It looks just like photoshopped over the top.
So... I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
Yeah, there's another one of these in the museum as well, and I don't know what the connection is at this point in time, but I think we need the Smiths. I wish the Smiths would come back. I've been down here like 100 times. There's no one there. There's no mail to be done, so should move on, I guess. Hey, hit Marty. Yeah, what coffin will it be? Place your bets. Yeah, that's exactly where I am right now, Bill. I I'm learning. I feel very learnt about everything. I know everything about Ludwig right now. Um, but there must be something that I have not learned, or there's something that I do know already that the game's like, are you sure you learned it? And that's kind of where we're at. We're gonna get there, though. We're gonna get there. I believe. I believe. We're gonna have to click on all of the things, probably. But we have to first find the things. So out of curiosity, did that... No, that did not de-blink Rittersburg. I was curious. Okay. Let's try the other blinky area and see if that gives us anything. We'll head to the other spots as well, because, again, I don't know if we can fully trust the blinking.
Wagner souvenirs. Don't think I need any of those. Wagner souvenir.
Wagner's souvenirs.
Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal.
I mean, that could be helpful. Do we have to do a journal swap? Do we have a journal here?
Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal.
Okay. I feel like that's something that we'd be interested in learning, but...
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Okay, so we're... This is another one of these tricky spots here, because there's like a bunch of rooms with a bunch of things to look at.
Franz Liszt. Richard Wagner. Richard.
But it's like, what do we need to do here?
Wagner's piano. On this piano, the maestro composed his later operas, including The Ring.
The Ring.
Wagner's...
The Ring. I mean, is there a connection with that somewhere? The Ring? It's underlined and bolded.
Wagner's Death Mask.
Good. A hand? Are we not going to talk about the hand there? This is one thing that's weird too. Like, this is just always a hotspot in this, like in every screen. Like the top corner is just like it changes to be a sword as if you can interact with it. But I'm clicking and there's nothing. It's me every time. That's the Sierra special. Made quite a good business out of it.
Wagner's desk. Exactly as it was on the day he died.
Exactly.
It looks rather simple considering the grandiose stuff Wagner composed here.
Is there a hotspot on here that I have it? Check all the drawers. Oh. Oh, right, we got this display here. Hey there, Daniel. Good to see you. If I could ask Jane Jensen a question, what would it be? Oh, I don't know. It's overwhelming. Every time that this comes up of sort of like, oh, I'm talking to this person or that person, or maybe like hypothetically, I never know what to ask. I never know. I'll think about it. Think about it. What she knows about voodoo, yeah, there. Welcome in, Archie. Oh, hey, Snooster. Gaming, thank you very much. And right back to you. With a Bonnie treat, no less. Bon, how you been waiting patiently? I sat down, turned the lights on, and she's like, has been sitting very, very, very nicely, being very patient. So you're down there, hanging out here. Let me get a treat for the dog here. Very regal treat music that we're listening to right now. There she is. Ooh. All right, would you like a treat from Snooster? There you go. Very tasty. Thank you very much. Let's get some scritches in while we're down here. She's been a very sleepy girl today. So this morning she got up with me pretty early and I was working. And she usually does this. She goes, like, gets up, hangs out with me for a minute, and then it's just, she realizes later on that I'm up too early. So went back to bed, but somehow had wrapped herself up. She basically burritoed herself into our duvet and basically slept there all day because it was warm and cozy. Oh, the reach. You just had a treat. You just had one. You just had one. Do you want one more on me? On the house? Because how can you say no to this dog? How can you say no? This one's on the house. There you go. There we go. Alright. We must get back to gaming, Bum. It must be done. Thanks very much for the treat redemption, Snooster. But yeah, she was like wrapped up in the duvet, and yeah, that kind of KO'd her because I think it was so warm and cozy that she just laid in bed all day today. So now she's all like hyped up and ready for treats because she literally slept for, I mean, since probably 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. It's 10 p.m. right now. Like literally all day has been sleep. It's been awesome. It's been a good day for Bonnie, I think. You look at the walls of this room and tell me what you see. Yeah, can she let me know what to do here?
A Monsieur Beaujolais, dated September 1881. Looks like he's discussing acoustics and sound waves and crystals. Wasn't Wagner's Bayreuth Theater already built? Why would Wagner be worrying about acoustics?
Oh yeah, because I saw the fridge thing. I would have Coke at the moment, but we have refilled the fridge. You can check the Discord. I posted a picture recently in the general chat of what's in there now. Some interesting bits. So I have a theory.
It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater. The Wittelsbacher Theater, München. Every square inch is measured.
Like, is this something that's like maybe not his theater, but the one that's in the other castle, perhaps? I don't know how we connect these dots.
It looks like an architectural drawing of a theater. The Wittelsbacher Theater, München. Every square inch is measured.
Kind of just seems interesting. So sorry, I'm just clicking to make sure there's not like another hitbox somewhere hidden in there. That's what got me with the map last time.
It wasn't fog.
Yeah, interesting, right?
The death of Wagner. On Ash Wednesday, 1883, Wagner suffered a heart attack in a Venetian gondola on the way to Saint Michel. His wife and the gondolier carried him into a church where he regained consciousness. Wagner died 4 days later on this sofa. Wagner died on that sofa. That's kind of creepy.
That's the kind of insight that we're really given here.
Ludwig's death mask. July 1882.
Hang on, is this? I need to go left to right, probably.
A portrait given as a gift from Ludwig to Wagner.
Sea salt soda, yes, yes. Unfortunately, I've found some more of those. It's from the same company that did the cheese soda. Which, by the way, they still have the cheese soda in stock, the place I found it, but they've changed the Pokemon on there. So you can kind of see probably over my shoulder here a little bit, there's a Vaporeon soda right there. So it's the same basic can, but instead now it has like the horsey Pokemon on it instead of Vaporeon. I don't know if Vaporeon was like, I want out of this cheese game. I saw that video. Get me out of here. Major Melon Revenge Tour. I'll definitely crack into... I might even just drink the Major Melon on Thursday before some intense speedrunning.
June 10th, 1881, Munich residence. Great friend, I am writing to you in the middle of the night. My blood is pounding too wildly for sleep. Tonight's performance, how can I describe it? I am unsure whether to be terrified or thrilled. Perhaps I even feel hopeful. If it is hope, you have given it to me, my friend, for the first... We must speak. Something happened during the music tonight, but I must have your absolute confidence. As you love me, come at once. Your devoted king, Ludwig.
I think I've gone through all of these. Actually, I'm certain that I've gone through all of these, yeah. Yeah, it's actually horsey, yeah. Not like a horse Pokemon that I can't think of, yeah. Sorry for being ambiguous. And yes, 100% Archie. It's just loaded with everything you need.
The great patron himself.
For a powerful speedrun.
Ludwig as the classical Greek hero.
Can't click on anything up here. Again, I'm sure that this is not like something where I need to click on one thing. I feel like there's another step. Like, I haven't done anything with this.
This must be a model of Wagner's own theater, here in Bayreuth.
And it's odd that they're like, oh, it's like, look at this. It's the theater. And we have something else saying the theater had crystals in it and all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, is there something I'm not clicking on in here? Like, no, it doesn't seem to be the case.
Opera costumes. Opera costumes.
Opera costumes. Hey, Manikalba, good to see ya. Welcome. Hope all is well.
These look like... I don't see it. These look... I don't...
What's that one? Yeah, these I think I've gone through.
These... I don't...
The whole case that we can't really look at. We just punch into the tops there. Now we're back. Back again.
I don't...
Do you want to...
I'm not sure.
Is there anything Georg wants to talk about?
I'm not sure.
Like, this guy also loves Ludwig, so it's like...
I'm not...
I mean, we could talk shop here, perhaps. Like, do you want to see that?
Sure.
I bet you he does, though. This is the thing.
I'm not... I don't... Cosimo.
This is such a weird thing to have a punch in of and not be able to do anything with. It's just this game is it's tricky. It is tricky. What is this one? I know this one wasn't blinking, but again, I'm gonna just try to keep my mind open here. Oh, this, yes, of course. Can we chat?
I don't have anything to say to her at the moment.
Not at all. Okay. So in the last stream, I did figure out that there was another secret area over here. Well, secret to me area over here.
Looks like it weighs a ton. Ludwig's Grand Master Wardrobe from the Knights of St. George.
Knights of St. George.
Richard Wagner. Ludwig's diary. Ludwig kept a diary from 1869 when he was 24 years old until his death. The diary provides a fascinating look into the mind of this tormented man. The original diary is kept in the Royal Archives. A few entries are shown on the opposite wall. Richard... He looks so regal.
Wait, look at this.
Ludwig is Grand Master of the Knights of St. George.
Yeah.
The Knights of St. George was an aristocratic society dedicated to the acts of chivalry. Ludwig loved the medieval pageantry of the order in his early years, before his increasing reclusiveness drove him to abandon public appearances.
It hasn't spun yet. It's a shame. I have to agree.
There's gotta be a connection between all this St. George stuff and Gabriel.
Okay. I don't remember
He looks so...
hearing that one before.
Ludwig, Grand Master of the Knights of St. George. There's gotta be a connection between all this St. George stuff and Gabriel.
Is that my hint? St. George.
Even after...
So I've gone through all
Ludwig
these
is
already.
offered a crown of laurels by the genius of immortal fame. Ludwig... (26 Ju-
Yeah.
20... 20... 20...
Okay, that's the whole bit. Yeah, I already saw that. So there's a back area here. Again, this is sort of like as he perished. Circumstances unknown.
June 18. Ludwig's body. June... Ludwig...
Okay, it's just voiceover. Again, I've gone through all of these before. I don't want to...
Ludwig's death mask. Wow.
Wow. Is that all that's in here? What am I missing? What am I missing here?
Maybe Mrs. Smith will know.
Yeah, we already talked to Mrs. Smith. And
Maybe Mrs. Ludwig embarking on his sleigh.
okay. What's back? Oh, what do we got over here? Anything? No. Back here again. This is another thing.
I have no idea what that says. Looks old, though.
This is the thing that I saw in the pub as well. Thinking that that was maybe a connection, but I don't really know how else to...
Ludwig is...
What else to do here? Back. Nothing with her, right?
I don't...
No? Okay. Okay. I mean, we've clicked on all the points. We've pointed and clicked. So that leaves one more castle here. I have clicked the tour tape in every room, but I will do so one more time now. We'll literally go through... Make sure we're getting all the details.
This it was
Ludwig...
you are this it was
Just punches in. Oh, Macaw was stuck in the same spot. At least I'm in good company here. Because, boy, this is a tricky bit. This is a tricky bit.
I don't think...
this it was this is Ludwig.
This is the other Madonna I was
the
talking
Black
about.
Madonna of Altading. I wonder what her story is all about. It's a beautiful...
Yeah.
A king's saint.
The paintings above an interesting side note. For a period of about
A king...
this
This is back out. Okay, this is a wider shot, right? What this? We looked at this? We look at
in the
this?
corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde.
Okay. Big fan of those, clearly. Is there anything else in this wide shot here? This is, I think, the only thing that's not actually in the shot. So those are the two paintings. This is the area we were back in there. We can leave to the churchy area, cathedral-y area. Oh, wait, hang on. One other thing I can check. Oh, no. Hot spots
You are now standing
everywhere.
in this. It was
Okay, I think it was the same as before.
this the trap Ludwig.
What
This the trap Ludwig withdrew more and more into his fantasy.
Oh,
what
right.
were you afraid they'd see?
The mirror.
These linen.
Linens. Like, what? Okay, what is this a thing? The
I'm
chair.
surprised people don't.
Why? Why do we punch into the chair? There's nothing else to click on. Turn around. That's through the door.
I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking.
Were they just like, we gotta, like, the chair. We got the chair. We gotta make sure we showcase the chair. Like, all this other stuff matted in, photoshopped in, whatever the equivalent would be at the time. Jane Jensen knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who had the chair, the Ludwig chair. There you go. Sorry, just putting a white sweatshirt on real quick. So we had to, it's got to have its own punch in to be like, we got the chair.
I'm surprised people don't sit in these chairs when the guard's not looking.
Like, there's no guards in here. We can't even sit in the chair. Museum visits the game. It really
The
is.
swan motif is featured throughout the castle, but it is particularly prominent in this room. Both the swan and the lily were symbols Ludwig associated with himself. They represented his ideals of majesty and purity. The painting behind the swan shows Lohengrin's arrival.
Always with the swans.
Swans.
The swans. There's not really much else to click on here.
This is a reproduction of the grotto from the Tannhäuser saga. In such places, Ludwig could pretend he was one of his beloved mythic heroes. As the grotto personifies, the castles were solitary playgrounds built for Ludwig alone. He believed the masses were too coarse to appreciate fine art, and he seldom entertained guests. In fact, Ludwig had a standing order that upon his... It is one of the great ironies of Ludwig.
Yeah, okay. Again, we've gone through these before, but...
I can almost picture Ludwig.
Okay, so where did we come from? We came from... Bye. Came from here? Yeah, no, yeah. The 180 line is a question of, sometimes in this game. Kind of like, where do we go? So that brings us back there. So that's the same spot as this? Yeah, we're in the same room. We returned to the same room, just a different angle. We obviously have this exit. Bum, 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 bum. What about... Okay, so we're... See, Grace's position makes you think we came from over here, and we entered the room like that. But I think we actually came through over here. Oh, it drives me nuts. Okay, it's all good.
I don't think the guard.
The study paintings depict scenes from the Tannhäuser saga and the Wartburg castle.
Okay, but... Oh, we have
The study paintings depict...
same deal. Okay, just part of the same...
The study painting...
Same Same stuff. We can go down here. That's a punch in, I know. Is there a punch in anywhere else? Okay. Kind of. So I think if we go down here... Hang on. Yeah, if we go here... This will... Oh, no, we can't. It goes into this, though. We can go into this.
I doubt there's anything left in there now. Besides, the guard would kill me if I touched it.
So even when the guard isn't there,
I doubt...
she doesn't even entertain the idea of being like, I guess I should look at it, like have a little peek. At this one as well.
I wonder why he was studying the occult before he died. I wonder...
I mean, Grace, I don't know. I don't know. We come back over here again. And there's no tour tape available to click here or otherwise. I mean, like, is there something I can use the notebook on? Like, do I need to write down something? Maybe that's the key? Like, should I use the notebook maybe on, like, Wagner's desk or something? Maybe I need to jot down those notes. Talking about crystals and measurements and things. Perhaps.
This is the hall was built. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic. This is the final room of our tour. The hall was built for the hall.
What's going on?
The Engel.
There must be a story behind these wolf paintings.
Yeah, probably. Probably, Grace. Yeah, this does seem like a pretty cool place to visit, I will say that. Frustration about what the game wants me to do aside, it seems pretty insane. Definitely, we'll take that recommendation, Dark Shocks. I'm gonna wait till this person leaves. I don't really know if this is actually a mechanic where you need to wait for the guard to leave and then try acting with things, but
I doubt there's...
Like, there's no guard here anymore.
I don't...
Yeah, it's tricky, right? I don't really know. I don't know what to do here. All right, let's keep driving here. Keep driving. There's plenty of cool things left. Actually, there's one thing I will check here still really fast. So we apparently just do donuts in the parking lot. I'd love to go upstairs to the tower. I feel like maybe that's something I would want to do, but even when the guards leave there, there's no way to get up there. But I've found, at least. Hang on, is that a door? Okay, I can't click on it anyway. I'm gonna just
Nice.
click and see if there's anything out here that's not the Alps.
Nice.
Ludwig's child.
So it just exits behind.
Nice.
Nice view of the Alps. Can't fault you there. I'd agree. Oh, we came back
Grace
in. Grace Nakamura. Alright. Let's check. Yeah, same 3 places. Still highlighted. Blinking destinations have tasks left to complete in the chapter. You can't go up, right? This would be something kind of funny. It was like, oh, like, yeah, you just walk into the chapel, you dingus. It doesn't appear that that's the case. It seems to just be have a look out to the lake.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Do you want to write it down, perhaps? I mean, is there any hints in here? I think we talk about the death, perhaps, in here, maybe? I've definitely gone through all of these before. It does seem like this is shorter now.
Ludwig in his youth. A hunting accident?
Yeah.
The king, the man, his 18, this all. The in men.
A hunting accident? Yeah, we asked the other guy about the hunting accident. And the guy was like, yep. That was kind of all we got out of it, I'm pretty sure.
I wonder.
It's like probably bit by a werewolf, if I recall correctly. Or something like that. Man, this is something, huh? Ludwig Museum ticket. Just checking our stuff. Anything in here that's of interest?
4th of March, 1864. To King Ludwig II, most gracious ruler of all Bavaria. I beg your forgiveness for my forthrightness in this letter, but I fear terribly for your Majesty's safety, and thus have no time for subtlety. I have heard that the one they call the Black Wolf is close to your Highness. I have been investigating this man for reasons I cannot name at present, and I have learned that he is extremely dangerous and can only have the most dire of motives at heart in anything he pursues.
It's one thing we learned in the last stream that this just I'm recollecting now is the Black Wolf was finally identified by the local scholar guy. I believe it was him. Who basically said, hey, yeah, this guy was just like kind of a power hungry guy, and he pretty much like would line up with other people to try to move his rank up, I think, if I recall correctly.
I beg your Highness only this. Please do not see this man alone, nor even with your servants only to guard you. I promise you, all will be made clear very shortly when my investigation is complete. For now, only keep yourself safe. Your most grateful servant, Christian von Ritter, Schloss Ritter, Rittersburg, Bavaria.
Yeah. So what that means to us, I don't know yet, but but kind of an interesting development. So yeah, we've got these 3 spots here. There's really nothing to interact with out here, which is why this spot's a little bit tricky. There's a whole load of things in Rittersburg, but you know, it's quite difficult. I mean, I feel like we've tried everything. And in the museum here, I think for no particular reason, my gut is saying that this is sort of the spot. But I also don't think that we've...
Wagner's...
I feel like we haven't done... There's no reason to believe that we haven't done everything here either. The ring.
Grace
Nakamura. I mean, answer. Oh, this is the thing I was thinking about. The notebook, punching into the notebook.
Dahlmeier. When Wagner visited Ludwig at Neuschwanstein, the 2 men would lock themselves up in the singers' hall. The servants report horrible sounds coming from behind the closed doors, unearthly and heartbreaking. What were they doing?
Yeah.
Wagner Museum. Apparently, Wagner liked to live luxuriously and had run into considerable debt before Ludwig adopted him as patron late in Wagner's life. Georg says Ludwig saved the music. I'd say Wagner owed him one. Wagner Museum. Georg is familiar with both Ludwig's letter to the conductor and the wolf paintings at Neuschwanstein. He mentioned the fable of a lost opera. If there is some music that was lost, and if it is related to the wolf paintings at Neuschwanstein, the piece may have involved a werewolf story. But to what end? Wagner Museum. Georg says Wagner would have never agreed to write Ludwig a private opera, but Ludwig's letter to the conductor shows that the new opera wasn't to be private. Why did Wagner keep it a secret at all? Could it be that Ludwig confided his secret torment to him, and that Wagner and he were conspiring together to use the opera somehow for healing? For revenge? Is it related to the sounds coming from the singers' hall? What were the king and the composer experimenting with?
Seconds.
Wagner Museum. One of the last things Wagner was working on was something with a Monsieur Beaujolais. In a letter dated September 1881, they discussed acoustics, sound waves, and crystals. Wagner Museum. On Wagner's desk at the time of his death was a diagram of the Wittelbacher Theater in Munich, one with every possible measurement taken. Acoustics?
Acoustics?
Wagner Museum. Ludwig writes to Wagner June 1881 in an excited state, asking him to come at once and in great secrecy. He says he felt something that night at a performance. A Wagner performance? Felt what? Surely he heard enough Wagner operas by then not to get that excited. Wagner Museum. Wagner writes to Ludwig July 1882, saying he and Monsieur Beaujolais have finished the diagram. He says 8 figures are to be made from it and installed in the theater exactly according to the diagram. Wagner Museum. Wagner died on Ash Wednesday, 1883.
Okay, this is the end, huh? 8 figures are to be made and installed in the theater exactly according to the diagram. Yeah, nothing. That's just that stuff from Smith. What is this one? Ludwig. I guess we take a look at the Ludwig. Look into the Black Wolf. Yeah. Oh boy. What do I need to know? What do you need to teach me, game? What haven't I learned?
Neuschwanstein. Ludwig and his whole family were devout Catholics. His private chapel contains images of the Black Madonna of Altötting, Mary figure, and St. Louis of France. He apparently had a thing for the French monarchy, but at one point had all the Louis images in all of his castles covered up. Mean something?
Don't know. Castles destroyed after his death.
Neuschwanstein. Ludwig studied the occult. Also, he withdrew from his state duties, wanted to be a real king, but didn't have much power under Prussia. I should find out more about Bavaria's relationship with Prussia. Neuschwanstein. There are paintings in the Singers' Hall portraying scenes from an unknown story, scenes involving a wolf. More than that, the story looks like a werewolf story to me. Plus, these paintings aren't the original paintings. Ludwig had these put in later, covering the old ones up. Perhaps I'm letting my imagination overrun my objectivity. What story are these scenes from? Why did Ludwig have a sudden affinity with a wolf, possible werewolf story?
Man, this game is crazy. All right. Hey, Spade. What are we even trying to do here? It's tough to hammer down. I guess we're trying to find some sort of piece of information, I guess, that will allow us to continue to progress in the story. I do think at this point that I have exhausted a lot of, I think all of the hit hot boxes here, the hot spots, if you will. Hit boxes, hot spots. It does not seem like we can do much.
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
No one wants to talk to me. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. What's over here?
At least I have.
Okay, cars. Yeah, I will let you know if I want a hint. Yeah, for sure.
The Madonna.
We might be getting to that point here because I feel
Saint
like
Georg, patron saint of the Schattenjägers.
gotta be getting close. Why don't she come in here? Like, I'm hoping that it's not just like I missed one spot and that's like what's happened here. I've just kind of I've just missed like one hotspot and that's where we're at. That would be too bad. I don't think that can be it. I'm sure there's a logical explanation for this. Grace very upset somebody has a day off. We've already been in here before. This is the dungeon again. Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, nothing of note here. I don't think. Looked at the bed before. Really is not anything. Left. Back. Okay, it goes to the same spot. Yeah. And of course we've got Mr. Good Soup.
I don't have anything.
Who will not speak to us either. Boom, boom, boom.
I have no idea. I don't have.
Added more grub time. No, go nuts. Go nuts. We're definitely going to do some grubs today. I think we actually have 15 minutes already on. Carried over from last stream. So, yeah, we may be doing quite a bit of grubbing today. I have no problem with that. Go for it. Hey, Rambunctious. Stuck at the same spot. Okay. It seems like this is a common place for people to get stuck. You asked for it. There you go. Bring on the grubs, I say. Bring on the grubs. Send in the grubs.
I don't. Ritter.
Okay, so one thing we haven't done is peek our heads in here in a while, and There's absolutely no
I don't want to
reason
go back.
to think anything is going to be down here.
An emergency exit. I guess that makes sense if you're fighting the legions of darkness. I'll leave the other roses on the bush. The castle looks huge from here. They've got more rooms left to restore than I thought.
I don't think this is, again, we're starting to
The
grasp
the
at some
castle-
straws here. The putt-putt one, let's go. Hopefully the power of putt-putt will bring us through the success.
King of Be- Like the lion on the Ritter.
Reader.
Nothing. There's nothing.
I think these are all individual hotspots, so this
I'm
is
not sure what other There's nothing
cases,
else.
werewolf, this is
There's
occult
nothing-
section,
nothing-
biographies. I think we're all locked in on those. We've already clicked on everything on the desk. Whew. We are
I don't know
we're in quite a pickle here.
who should.
Who should I call? I mean, we possibly could have gleaned something new that would allow us to call somebody, I guess. Every pass through here, we'll try the phones.
I don't have anything to talk to.
Okay.
I don't.
Is there anybody else? Museum ticket? I have a feeling that this is going to be something so silly that I'm just going to be like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, Ghostbusters. That'd be productive for sure.
Pretty
I mean, anybody who can help.
I don't have.
Ghostbusters included. Welcome to come through. Let's see. All right, let's.
I thought.
Nothing new here. It's all the same stuff. Dramatic coat putting on music. Nancy Drew. Where's lower a bow? Lower a bow. Boom, 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 boom. I guess we're just gonna keep doing the loop here. Loop-de-loop. The only thing that I can think of here, and this probably doesn't mean anything, right? Because as we were going through the Wagner section, notice how there's a huge gap here? Like the space that a paragraph would be. Same with this spot. I wonder if those are the two pieces of information that we need. Because if you, well, then again, all of these do kind of have random spacing to them. As we went through before, I was kind of like, I wonder if that's like, maybe we need a Wagner clue.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig. It's a
Starnberger C.
It's a memorial chapel for Ludwig.
Forgive my pronunciation.
It's a
Just again, checking for random hotspots. Missed other rooms. Maybe. It is possible. Let's just have a little look-see here. So that's
Grace
Grace.
Nakamura.
Just going along here. This is the water. Yeah. Okay, that's the out there as well.
I want wonder what it...
I mean, this got me last time, or like in the very first session that I did of this game, there was like something in the brush
I wonder...
that I missed, like footprints that I didn't
I
notice.
wonder...
Much like it did in the first game. Where you needed to like sketch out or you had to find the scale in the dirt or in the grass.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Is it? Poor dying seagull.
This...
Oh.
This is...
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like I've pointed and clicked till the cows came home here. So the exit back to the car. I didn't see anything up there, and there really is nothing else, it seems like, on this side for us. Starnberger. And there's not like... Yeah, we're fresh out of castles. The two spots here. Like this is a done deal here. This is the Ludwig Museum, I think, right? This is why I keep getting driven back to this spot here. Like, what in the heck can we do here?
I don't have...
This guy's like, she keeps coming back here. Can you just like open the case up? Can we open the case? I guess I haven't tried doing that.
Grace Knockham.
I feel like we'd be betraying some of the trust that this person has put into us, but
Wagner's...
go ahead. There hasn't really been any notion of like, oh man, if only I had access to this. So I feel like
This
is desperation coming through, but I'm stumped. What do we need to do here? I mean, obviously there was something going down that involved music and acoustics and crystals in a certain spot, as if they were luring somebody into that location, or maybe like they were trying. Let's jump into the thing of like Ludwig in this story was like a werewolf trying to cure himself of being a werewolf. I'm pretty sure in one of the other books that Gabriel has at this point talks about like the healing, like healing one's self. And I wonder if playing some sort of music or something like that, using some strange crystals would have healed himself or something.
Wagner. Wagner.
Like, we know that this is the case. However, like, I just, this is why I mean, maybe this is not something where it's like I need to learn something. Maybe there is a puzzle afoot here. Hey, BP Blue. Impressive if you figured this out. It's tougher than the cuckoo clock puzzle. Oh boy. That does not bode well then. That was a really, really weird, difficult puzzle for sure.
Ludwig. The great patron himself. Lud.
That goes back that way. This turns around the other way. It does not look like we have another option in terms of where to go.
Grace Nakamura.
Grace Nakamura. There's not, again, I'm just not like another hidden room here that I'm not getting or some random angle that doesn't exist somewhere else.
This must be a model of Wagner's own theater here in Bayreuth.
Thank you, Spike.
I don't have any. I'm not.
I think I've given this guy everything that I have. Okay, I can't click on any of that stuff. I think I know, yeah. I've gotten, I feel like I've gleaned and clicked on all of the things that I need to click on.
In is a hunting.
But yeah, I can't seem to get like the last little oomph that sort of move me ahead. If this is to be believed, I've got things to do in these 3 areas. Yeah. What do we have? Anything else? My best guess. I just really want something, I think, to happen in this location because it's new. And we've done nothing there other than talk to that guy. So it seems like something more needs to happen there, but I also don't I don't know. Like maybe this game would do that where it's kind of like this is just like again an elaborate set piece for something else. And it does seem like maybe we need to talk to that a local historian guy again, so maybe that just becomes sort of his location at a certain point. It's a weird one. I may have to maybe fire up UHS or something because I am starting to get to the point where I'm like I don't actually know what exactly.
I wonder if Ludwig really.
I just don't know what it's looking for here.
I don't.
They assume you have a thing you don't have, and I don't know how to get it. Okay. Okay. That's tough. That's tough to hear, but that's... okay, so we can get
Ludwig
something.
sure had a thing for swans.
Is it a swan? Or need to get the
Ludwig.
swan?
Maybe Ludwig thought all.
Who doesn't need a swan, you know what I mean? UHS has the right answer of how to get the thing. Okay.
In the corner is a brown tiled stove with clay figures of Tristan and Isolde.
Stove, you say? It's a tiny stove. This just goes back out. Ah. Computer just like had a big old spike.
The stained glass
Spike.
window depicts Saint.
The Black Madonna.
What are you doing there?
A king saint? I wonder if Ludwig pictured himself that way. Or maybe he just wanted to be that way.
The painting's an interesting side note.
It's a beautiful crucifix. Ivory and gold.
Okay.
These linens look seriously expensive and seriously old.
Maybe perhaps I need to prove to the game that there's a connection between this guy and Gabe that got suggested before. This room is ripe with stuff as well, and I can't seem to figure that one out.
St. Georg Church.
I mean, so we've gone through the Georg thing a couple times. Was the
St. Georg,
yeah,
patron saint of the Schattenjägers.
I feel like this guy was here, right, or something like that.
The Madonna.
There's a connection here. The game. How do I prove to you I am picking up what you're putting down? What must I do? Castle stop blinking on the map. Yes. Yeah, there's 3 things blinking on the map at the moment. It's Rittersberg, the Wagner, the Wagner Museum, and the outdoor location of which the name escapes me. The where Ludwig died. Those are the 3 blinking locations right now. The castle and the other museum are both all set, I guess. This goes back again, just checking to make sure there's not something else that's the exit to go into. Oh, cool! The game crashed. Okay, very good. Well, we were at 248 points. It's possible we'll load this save up here again and we'll still be at 248 times. You ran out of time, game over. Yeah, imagine. You didn't research quick enough. Now we had the same amount of points, so we've done nothing. We've effectively done nothing. At least from a points standpoint. I don't know if anything that we did had anything in there. But there's your blinking things, by the way. It's this, and that. I'll go back to what I was trying to do. Okay, let's do a little clickety-click there. A little clickety-click there. Oh, you're there now. Still is nothing. Don't click up here, apparently. That will crash the game.
Martin Ritter, 1190 to 1253.
What's this? Okay, I was like, I don't think I've heard that one before.
Martin
Ritter in the house.
Wolf. Those. Gerda must have really loved Wolfgang. Those.
What the heck? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Jürgen Ritter.
Jürgen Ritter. One of the Ritters.
Jürgen. These cough. These. 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 These.
Oh, BB Blue, you left all the comments. Yeah, that was a good back and forth. It's very interesting to talk about the game with you on there. Thanks for watching all the VODs. Appreciate it. That happened. Well, that happened. All right. I thought that maybe there'd be something going on out here that we could,
I wonder.
figure out.
I wonder what kind of flowers these are.
I don't know. Try a screwdriver.
I wonder.
This goes out and back again. Heck. All right, I'm going to yield, I think, to chat here. I'm going to ask a question. Because Let me think. Let me think first. I'm a little curious to see if it'll help me to know, like, what specific location I need to go to next, but I almost don't want to know still. I feel like I'm really close. But it is tough. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and we have nothing score-wise to show for it at the moment. The only thing we haven't done today
There's no one.
is to talk to the post office person. But I'm fairly sure she's going to say she doesn't want to.
Grüß Gott, Frau Nokimura.
Grüß Gott. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Nein, leider nicht. Brauchen Sie noch etwas?
Yeah, no, we have no mail to send, and apparently we don't have any mail coming in.
My German isn't good enough for chit chat.
Yeah, that was what I was pretty sure she was going to say. Yeah, look at my book. I want to mail that. Want to mail something else?
I don't.
Mail some other mail? Just mail that back to,
I don't.
back to Gabe. Really confuse him. I mean,
I'm not.
will Gerda help us at all?
I'm not.
Like, we're friends now.
I'm not.
Can we team up? Would you like your screwdriver
not-
back? No?
I'm not.
Would you like money?
I'm not. I'm not. I already have the address.
What is this?
Gracie, something's come up. I'm on a new case. Too bad you're not here to help, but Gerda can handle any research I need. I'll call or write as soon as I can. In the meantime, go ahead and fix up the shop a little. I know I have a lot to tell Grant.
This is from the beginning. What is this game? What am I doing? This is really tough. It is reassuring to know that others have had this issue as well, like getting stuck in this seemingly endless sort of museum hopping. Somebody mentioned it as earlier. But again, I mean,
Franz Liszt, composer and Cosima Wagner's father. It looks rather simple considering the. It looks rather. It looks rather. It look. It looks like an arc. It's a. Wasn't. It wasn't Wagner's by.
Where's the spot I need to click at?
Grace Nakamura.
I'm trying to see if there's maybe like some sort of connection between this like music hall situation.
The death of Engelhard.
In like the area that we're in now.
The wedding feast. The death.
Oh no. It's kind of annoying that I don't think I can get back to that spot without having to zip through. Hey Wasabi, welcome in. Very good emote combo. Do you have the tour tape deck? What does that
I don't
mean?
need to mess with the guards. I came to.
It's interesting that that's an item.
I don't need to mess. I picked up a tour tape in English on my way in. I picked.
And I guess this is one thing I haven't really played around with. Not that it should matter, the tape deck, but...
This is the final room of our tour, the Singers' Hall. It was modeled after the Singers' Hall of the Wartburg Castle, where minstrel competitions were held in the 13th century. The hall was built for small private concerts, but Ludwig himself never gave one here. It is said that during the last few years of Wagner's life, he came to Neuschwanstein frequently and performed for the king alone in this room. The hall is probably best known for its enigmatic wolf paintings. The original paintings were from the Parsifal saga, but in 1882, Ludwig had them replaced, supplying the description and titles of the new paintings himself. While all the other rooms in the castle show scenes from Wagner's operas, the scenes in this room are not from any opera that anyone can identify. It is yet another of the many mysteries associated with the life of the fairy tale king. This is the final.
Okay, so this is one big room.
I don't think the guard.
We've got these paintings. It's odd that these are all hotspots, but they can't be interacted with. Hey, LAS. Hello, hello.
Hildegunde's imprisonment.
There must. There.
Oh, game, what do you want me to do? Let me ask this question. The thing that needs to be done. Am I correct in what the game is telling me? And it needs to occur within one of these 3 locations. Let's get that off the board here first. Is that truly the case? Because I keep getting drawn over here again. And it's because there is the connection between this sort of theater situation that we're seeing here and this castle. Like, it seems like there's a connection, a very obvious connection there. It is correct. Okay, so it is between these 3. That's good. So I'm gonna try not to waste my time popping into these other locations then. That is good to know. Okay. So the question is, which of these 3 is the one that I need to actually have a look at here? These are just straight up display rooms. Display room, display room, display room. Entry hall. There's nowhere else, right? There's nowhere else kind of hide. This is exit. This is to go back in.
I don't have anything to ask Georg about at the moment.
Georg wants nothing from us, which is too bad.
I'm not. Cosima was Wagner's wife, I think. She probably just talks about him in her journal.
So Grace doesn't really want to look at this. I guess there's no reason, unless I have to sort of uncover some sort of like reason to look at that book. But I don't think that's in here at all, right? There's no, this is all about Ludwig here. Wittelsbacher Theater. This is sort of the letter, right, that went back and forth. Or something. Louis. There's not been able to learn much about Louis. He's known to have been a seemingly hybrid foreigner who's involved with Ludwig as late as 1880 when he fell into disfavor. I mean, is this perhaps the... I guess that's the Black Wolf.
His 1863? Wasn't that about the same time the Black Wolf got his entitlement? This author has not been able to learn much about Louis, but he was known to have been a seemingly hybrid foreigner, and he was involved with Ludwig as late as 1880 when he fell into disfavor.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about, Grace. But then like we don't get any points. We haven't moved anything ahead. We can't
I
talk
don't
to
have-
Georg. Like obviously there's some sort of connection here.
This must be.
This game. I'm being befuddled. Okay. Let me take, since we're approaching 2 hours on this stream, I'm going to take a quick stretch break. I'm going to try to clear my head a little bit. I'm going to have a deep think about this. And when I return, perhaps I will have an idea of what I want to do here. I may take you up on that galaxy. It could be helpful to know what specific location it is. This is obviously one of these 3. I feel like I've clicked on everything that I possibly can. It's interesting because this is interesting because this is the newest, and we've done nothing of note in this location, really. So this one's interesting, but there's also nothing really to interact with it. Rittersburg, there's really no reason to go here at all because, I mean, this is a very dense location. So it's interesting in that there's lots to interact with, but however, it's the oldest location of any of these here, and I feel like we've exhausted it. And finally, this museum is, the reason I keep going back is it's sort of in the middle. There's lots of things to click on, lots of things to look at. But I feel like we've exhausted everything. I think we've gone through here. We've had a great conversation with Georg, and that's where we're at. So let me take a quick break. I'll leave you with some tunes here. Some tasks that some can be done until other tasks are completed. Right. So if I'm understanding that correctly, one of these 3 locations holds the key to moving on to the next thing that I need to do, which could include any of these 3. Like the rest of this chapter is between these 3 places. However, yeah, only one of them actually has the thing, if I understand that correctly. It's tricky. It's a tricky one. Hey, Soul Driver, welcome in. Hey, Shadow Cloud. Hello, hello. All right, let me take a quick break. I'm going to take a quick break. Let me... Is there a way I can maybe pause here? Yeah, we just got some chirping. Try to avoid any, any double music here. But I'll be right back. Give me just a couple minutes, and I'm just going to walk around, de-stress. I might grab a beverage as well, so hang tight. Be right back. Good night, Dark Shocks. Alrighty, folks, I'm back in the saddle again. So, hang on one sec. There we go. It'll probably switch back one more time, but that's okay. We go from there. Okay. So yeah, I think I will take folks up on this. And the question then I will ask
At least
chat here is, which of these 3 locations has the thing I need? And I guess the other question of this whole deal that I'm thinking about, at least, is this a missed hotspot, or is this something I need to interact with? Like I need to use an item on it or something like that. It's possible, I guess it could be both. Rittersburg, okay. It doesn't necessarily surprise me. That's a good point, as well, as that these 3 areas are fairly dense. And Rittersburg is also quite dense, but it's also one that we've spent a healthy amount of time on. There we go. It should be the last scene change that happens.
at least
That's the question. Interactive. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at our inventory again. It's not a phone call. We've tried the phone. So that, I think, rules out these 2. Unless there is... Unless there's something else. There's a bunch of weird noise outside. Missing an item. Okay. Okay. So we know we're missing an item. And it's something that I can't just pick up. This seems to be something I need to either speak to somebody about or more likely use an item upon. I have one idea if it is Rittersburg. I don't know if I've tried doing this. Maybe I have. You don't think it's Rittersburg? Okay. Let's see what it is. Have I tried the script? Is this like part of the thing here? Okay. I had thought that maybe I could peel that thing off. I don't know why I would need it, but it's a thought. I don't know why the screwdriver is speaking to me today. Did we crash again? Are we in the process of crashing? Boy, it's gonna be, I'm not liking Gabe today. Think about the cuckoo clock puzzle. It's not something many people would think of doing. There we go. That's weird. I wonder if there's a like a walking cutscene there, like a transitional cutscene in that spot, and it just like doesn't load. I had to click again to get out of that. That's interesting. Would not think of doing a certain thing. Okay. Strangely enough, that's a good hint. It's a good hint. The cuckoo clock thing was insane. I felt like I got very lucky. Got very lucky with that. All right, let's pop back in over here again. I mean, like, do we give money for this?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that makes too much sense. I have to think in a way that doesn't make sense.
Opera costume.
For costumes. So again, we have the tickets, the museum ticket, screwdriver. This could very well devolve into something where I'm starting to use everything on everything. It is possible it'll happen. We'll warn you folks now. Could happen.
Ludwig's.
The death mask thing is kind of an interesting situation, isn't it?
This must be a model of Wagner's own.
Oh, we came back to this room again.
The Great.
Are you heading to bed, Electric Dragon? If so, have a good rest of your night. Very much for hanging out. The luck will be very, very much helpful. I need a little bit of luck right now. Yeah. Hang on.
Grace.
It's Nakamura. One other thing we could try. This shouldn't work.
I'm not sure Georg.
I know they were talking about going to a concert together. The two of them. I was like, do we need to, like, feel like drive me there? It is in Rittersburg. Okay. Back to the grind, am I right? Let me I'm gonna take one more really fast break here. I'm gonna help Meows move something quick. Be right back. All right, folks. Sorry about that. We've had this coffee table that you've probably seen in the background for a while, and it's finally getting picked up tomorrow morning, so we just brought it out to get picked up. Long time coming. All right. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I appreciate the help. I asked for help, and I got help, so yeah, it's all good. It's okay. Let me make sure I have my story straight here. We've got an item to pick up in Rittersburg. However, we need to interact with something to be able to get there. Oh, I also don't need to have the music running, probably. As good of a tune as that is. I'm gonna use everything on this plant. This plant has stuck out like a sore thumb to me.
I wonder what kind of flowers these are.
And it certainly shouldn't, this shouldn't work. It shouldn't matter.
I wonder what...
That's interesting.
I wonder what... I wonder... I wonder...
It's probably not this, but I want it to be this. This is hope.
I wonder...
This
I wonder...
hope that I have. Yeah, cuckoo clock. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to throw everything at the wind here. Okay, it doesn't appear to be that. I didn't use everything, did I? I literally will use everything, just in case. Ultimate red herring. I feel like this will get used at some point, but maybe not. It's just a weird punch-in. It's like the chair. Unless I have to do something with the chair. Oh. Actually, no, the chair's not in one of the 3 spots. In fact, that's not even in Rittersburg at all. Okay, none of these make sense, but... Alright.
Great.
I feel like this has to be in towns. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be in town. Maybe there's something in the library that needs to be dealt with.
I don't have...
This guy's chock full of information. But he's been very tight-lipped about certain things, as is the way, I guess. So, drive me. Drive me. Good soup. There's also this too, which is kind of a fascinating thing. This this is in a couple different places. Mr. Good Soup. This is a bit fascinating as well because we have not used...
That's the church. That's the...
this, like, anything down in this dungeon at all. It's been kind of an interesting set piece.
claw marks.
That's
But we've done absolutely nothing in here.
That's
Including this bed here. It's funny that the bed in the actual scene looks completely different than the one that's in the background. Like they switched the blue screen out.
Von Rollick slept here.
Adventure games are so funny because, like, in reality, Grace has just been walking around in circles for forever. And there's people in town living their actual lives, and they're looking at her being like, who is this American woman? Just like waltzing around town here.
There's.
Um,
She hasn't asked me for. I d- my.
I guess we had to, nothing to see here, civilians. Yeah, just keep showing people things. Hey, Mini Roach. Yeah, maybe I have to use the Ludwig book on something, and then that draws a connection or something. Although we need an item, right?
The Madonna.
We need to pick up the
The Ma-
Madonna. Ooh, I didn't mean to leave. Can we go in? Can we go out? Is the game stuck? It appears that it is. It showed me a letter. I don't think I'm interested in that letter. I think the game might be broken. I'm gonna reload. That was really weird. It like wouldn't let me. There's something something very buggy about the exit to the church here. Like leaving the church is very strange.
Saint Geo.
Where in Rittersburg? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and let me know. Where in here is it? Otherwise, I think we'll be here for another 2 hours, I think. This is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. It must not be something I'm missing. Um, have I read the Ludwig book? This one here? Yes. Have read it.
Ludwig remained throughout his life both very bright and very naive. In his
Yeah, the hunting accident. I have gone through here before. This is okay. So we go from 1.
other than his love,
81.
when they would. A good example. The king has the man with his 1860. This author.
Yeah, we read that part.
The king in many of.
Okay, so we've gone through one more time here. Score has not changed. It is in the castle. Oh, really?
Ritter. I don't have time. I'm not sure what.
Okay, is it Grace? Would you like your keys back?
I'm not sure what. I'm not sure.
All right, we gotta pull out all the
I'm not
stops here. Okay,
I'm not.
we already tried that one. Try the keys. How about the letter?
I already have the.
We have the address.
I'm not sure.
Okay, don't know if she wants to see
I'm
that.
not sure.
Okay, you don't know what Gertie's into.
I'm not sure.
Gerda,
I'm not sure.
have some money.
I'm not sure.
Yale.
I already have the.
Okay,
I don't have.
we can cross Gerda
I don't
off
have
the
time
list.
to sit around. Too much to do. I don't.
Don't have time to sit around. Too much.
King of Beasts. That about sums it up.
What should be one of these weird things
I
on the
thought
side
Gabriel
here?
said this place was stripped. Guess Gerda's been busy shopping with the new Ritter fortune. I thought Gabriel said.
She's just got like the mean line for Gerda going there. let's head upstairs. Hey, Stastic. Welcome. We still got this stuff here. Now, we've gone through and I thought taken everything out of this toolbox, and we've obviously messed with the little hole in the
I don't think.
wall here, because that's what unlocks the secret passageway. Unless we have to do it again. Unlock it or relock it. If this is what it is, that's going to be insane. It's going to be actually insane to me. Like, imagine this is just like another...
Nice closet. Nice.
Okay, it just puts the closet back. I was going to say that would be unbelievable. If there's like a second set of passageways or something. But yeah, this has been used. We're good.
Like the lion on the Ritter talisman. Interesting.
It's not that insane to think about.
Ritter ancestors, I assume. Nothing else.
I mean, nothing. We can't swap the books out, maybe? Or can, like, look for something else by the author? Like, I feel like we want to try to get a hold of this guy, this Chaphill guy. Got a phone number. The publisher. You know what I mean? Like, that would be...
I'm not sure.
That would be nice. Can we just do that? Can we use the book on... Did this just happen? Oh, game. Oh, game.
Hallo, Bertel München.
Hi, I have a book of yours on Ludwig II. The author's name is Sir Richmond Chapel.
Yes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm doing some research on Ludwig, and I was hoping you could get me in contact with the author.
I'm afraid Sir Richmond Chapel is deceased.
Well, undecease him.
However, his son is living.
Oh, well, is there any way you can put me in touch with him?
And who are you doing this research for?
Well, I'm working with Professor Barkley from Yale University.
All right. Thomas
Yes,
Chapel's number in England is 41 20 555 771.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Bye.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. We got there. Thank you for the very kind hints there. I think that we had to push it along, but that did not give anything away. I don't know how many times I've looked at this book and been like, you know, it would be nice to have that. But like, oh, that'd be good to contact. I just never came together. All right, well, let's call him. Some long distance calls. Charge it to the game. Gerda will cover it there.
Chapel residence.
Hi, my name is Grace Nakamura. I'm calling from Rittersburg, Germany. Is Thomas Chapel there, please?
Speaking. What may I do for you, Miss Nakamura?
This is gonna sound crazy, but I have a copy of your father's biography on Ludwig II. I understand he had access to Ludwig's diary.
Yes.
Well, oh God, I'm not even sure. He didn't make a copy of it or anything, did he? Or perhaps he took good notes?
He wrote down a complete translation in English. He said he couldn't make headway with the German version. Ludwig's handwriting was rather brogue, you know.
He wrote down an English translation. Do you still have it?
Well, unfortunately, my father was allowed to see the diary only on the grounds that he wouldn't publish the entire work. I can't let you see it. Have you tried contacting the National Archive?
No, I don't have the kinds of connections your father did, or the time.
That's unfortunate, but I really cannot let it out of my hands.
I understand. It was just a shot in the dark.
Very well. The best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chappell.
Okay. Huh. Okay. 352. We finally got those long-awaited 3 points. Can Gerda help
I don't
us
have
here?
anything to ask Gerda right now. I'm not sure why she'd want.
Hang on.
Grace.
Okay. Perhaps we can maybe ring up our other guy here. Maybe we can get
I don't
some...
have anything.
No?
I don't want to.
Can we just harass this guy?
I don't think pleading with Mr. Chappell will help.
Okay, that...
I don't know.
Right. So what do we got to do now?
I don't have.
I feel like Gerda's got connections that we're just not aware of right now. All right, let's see if anything has changed. Oh, you know what? I bet you we need to go to the other museum.
I don't.
I bet you that's what needs to happen here. Talk to that other guy. I mean, I guess this may be a shot in the dark.
Sir Richmond Chappell's son.
Because maybe that guy, the other guy we were talking to, would have the... Yeah, still those three blinking. Not out of the woods yet. Boy, this is a ridiculous chapter.
I don't have any. I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Are we stuck again? No. Check for mail? No.
I don't.
So all we ended up getting out of that was that that guy does have a copy of it. It's in German, but they won't give it to us. Like that is interesting, but like what the heck are we supposed to get out of that?
Herren Chiemsee. Ludwig kept a diary. It might explain his torment. I need to get a hold of this, if at all possible. It ought to provide better clues than I found anywhere else. Herren Chiemsee. After Ludwig died, Elizabeth of Austria wrote to a bishop thanking him for helping her fulfill Ludwig's last wishes. What were they? I hate the fact that everyone who might know any of these answers is dead.
Fair enough.
Dahlmeier says Ludwig's diary is filled with entries vehemently swearing off an activity, but not naming that activity. clearly Ludwig had a secret, tormenting guilt. Biographers generally interpret this guilt as sexual guilt, but Dahlmeyer thinks it was something else. Doesn't know what. Could it be related to the Black Wolf and or Ludwig's spiritual unrest? It seems to me that if something tormented Ludwig that much in his lifetime, it's likely to be the same thing tormenting his spirit in the afterlife. Assuming Mrs. Smith is correct and he is tormented. Dahlmeyer says Ludwig's diary is in the Royal Archives and no one was allowed to see it. The only one who saw it was a biographer, Chapel.
Chapel. Hey there, Samuel. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hope the longbow runs went well. Very nice to have you folks here. Welcome in. We are playing some Gabriel Knight 2. It has been a difficult session over here. We have been quite stuck in this one. We've had a small breakthrough, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of momentum here. But yeah, welcome in, everyone.
Schloss Ritter. I called Chapel's son, but he won't let me see the diary.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all it says there from what we just got. Called the son, won't let me see the diary. 3 exclamation points.
I don't have any...
It's tough. That is very tough. I guess the goal is still to see the diary if we can. I mean, at any cost. At any cost.
I don't have any...
Like, yeah, we are kind of cooked right now. Next couple of things to do are not too easy either, but better than the book. Better than the book, huh? There's one thing we can check real quick. And that is to see if anything has changed. We got those 3 points. Sometimes things will shake their way out. So we'll pop over to the water here, the lake, and see if there are any new updates over here. It does not appear to be the case. That seems to be about the same as it was before.
I wouldn't mind trying to communicate with Ludwig, but I don't think he'd be interested in that.
Communicate with Ludwig?
I wouldn't mind trying to communicate with Ludwig, but I don't think he'd be interested in that.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind...
I mean, what do you want to talk about now?
I wouldn't mind...
I didn't think that was on the table.
I wouldn't mind...
Well,
I
money?
wouldn't mind...
Would you like money?
I wouldn't mind trying to communicate with Ludwig, but I don't think he'd be interested in that.
I guess it was mentioned a while ago that, like...
I wonder...
That like, he's trying to reach out or something, or that, like, there's something good, Mrs. Smith was talking about this, that there's, like, you know, somebody's trying to send us a message.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
What can you tell me about voodoo? Let's throw money at it.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Okay. Car keys. I'm trying to get a hold of your publisher. Okay, maybe it's not this. Maybe it's not this.
I wonder.
That's a bit strange, though, is it not?
I wouldn't mind trying to communicate with Ludwig, but I don't think he'd be interested in that.
What are you talking about? Yeah, this is all still the same stuff. Double check over here one more time.
It's a memorial.
Yeah. Your car's extended warranty, yeah. It's a little too late to sell him life insurance, I suppose. Let me think. I mean, we can't just use the book again, right? We can't just be like, okay, so you're from a publisher standpoint, you really can't like do anything here for me. We could try that. A bit of a long shot. Do not expect it to work, but if the book worked once,
There's no reason to call the publisher again.
okay, had to try.
I don't.
These folks don't want to. Oops, don't want to talk to me, right? Hey there, Jordy. Welcome in.
I don't want to. I don't have anything to talk to Herr Dahlmeier about at the moment.
I feel like we could find something to
I
talk
don't know.
about. So now we're in this pickle again where it's like, what do you want us to do? We got the item at least. That's good. We've moved. Yeah, I spoke with Gerda earlier. And there was
I don't have any. I'm not.
nothing going on Gerda, even with the new phone number. Boy, this is going to be a tough session. I mean, it has been a tough session, let's be honest.
Sir Richmond Chapel's son.
Yeah, I would think that, like, maybe this guy would want to just talk about it a little bit, because this guy knows about the
I don't have.
knows about the diary, so it's kind of like, hey, I found the
I'm
guy.
not. Cosima was Wagner.
I mean, is there something in here that, like, that would allow us to communicate?
Ludwig's death mask.
I can't pick it up or anything like that. That seems like a good enough, good lead. 1881. Yeah, Miss Smith is not around either.
This.
I keep getting turned around in this place. It's maddening.
It looked every.
Yeah.
Wagner.
I'm gonna try not to think about the.
I don't have.
Try not to think too much about this, like, this water place. I think that that's an interesting lead, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. And Jordy, I know you're pushing me to go in here. I'm not asking for hints, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, this is an empty shop.
I don't.
We already talked to her earlier in this chapter here, so it's all clear. Oh? Have the flowers come into play finally? Why now? How was I supposed to know?
Gibt's das denn die Lilienblumen schon?
Sehr schön.
Ja, aber es ist doch noch so kalt. Für Sie ein Geschenk von der Madonna.
Oh no.
Nehmen Sie sie ruhig. Heute Nacht wird es kalt und sie wird sowieso erfrieren.
And a good day to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Grace Likey. You're good, okay. What in
It was
tarnation?
nice if Father gets to give me one of the lilies.
Okay, we got a lily. Okay, cool. Lilies. What do we do with the lilies? What do we do with the lilies?
Father Getz said the lily was a gift from the Madonna. That's an odd way of looking at it.
Do we use this in the water, perhaps? Okay, okay. Turn around, please. Don't crash here. In fact, because we've had a couple crashes already, let me go to a safe place here and save. And we'll call this no crashes. Just in case. We got those 4 points today in a big way. Okay. I'm gonna try that. Like, that ties to the publisher phone call. It's a great question, right? I can't explain it either. And I only said I wonder what's changed around here, mainly because I was like, I know this game does that sometimes. I know it'll do it. Alright, let's see. Let's see if this works. It does. Let's go. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what you want me to do. But I need more information to work with. If you can send any my way, I'd appreciate it.
Ideally in a less scary way, as you did last time. Whoa! Yes! With the facial hair as well. Okay, that will... I don't know what kind of information that was.
I hope I'm not losing my mind. I hope...
Need you to send me a message. It just shows his face.
This is where they found Ludwig's body.
Okay. Okay. Let's have a peek up here, maybe? Maybe there's a thing up
It's
here?
a memorial chapel for Ludwig. It's
It's Jerry Garcia. Oh. Yeah, mystery is afoot right now, for sure. Okay, that was interesting. Grace just like walked off screen but didn't actually leave. Okay. Did that change this at all? It did, okay. What the... I guess, you know what? I think it might be... Well, let's check and see if the Smiths are in right now, because I think we need that that amazing hairdo to take a...
I don't have it.
Oh, no, maybe not. Okay. It was like, she would be a good person to try to explain what the heck is going on, huh? So we'll check with Gerda.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Nothing from Gerda this time. We're just kind of doing a general comb through the locations here. Obviously, we're gonna have to
I
probably
don't have
take a
Cosimo.
deeper look soon.
Ludwig the Great.
What do you need me to do, pal?
Ludwig as the classical.
What do you need me to do here?
These look.
Yeah, these are the same ones that were up there.
These look. I don't. This must. Grace now.
Grace Nakamura. I'm assuming that I wasn't supposed to... Damn, I guess we can check this really quick, Ludwig, and go to the end here, because maybe... Did we write anything down about this? That's the wolf.
Dahlmeyer says Ludwig's hunting accident involved Ludwig being bitten by a wolf. His servants claim Ludwig was never the same after that the fever from the bite broke his mind. They suspected the wolf was diseased. Perhaps they were right.
Okay, maybe not then.
Wagner. It looked every. It was.
Oh, okay, maybe this is not the right location, I guess.
Wagner. Grace now.
Grace Nakamura.
Opera.
Gone through these. Again, I'm just... There's no other rooms. Boy,
I don't. Cause.
I'm gonna be pretty happy when this particular chapter is over. I really do like this game a lot. It's pretty cool. But
I'm not.
this has been really, really tricky to sort of sit here and figure what the game wants me to do and like throughout this whole chunk. We had like a whole bunch of progress and then we hit a wall basically.
Schloss Ritter.
I'm assuming that we cannot do any further phone calls.
I'm not.
Like maybe seeing his face inspired us
I
to
don't.
make another phone call
I don't.
of some kind?
There's.
No.
I don't.
Doesn't appear that
I
that's
don't-
the case.
It wasn't.
Okay.
Like. Ritter. I don't have any.
Nothing to ask Gerda right now.
I'm not sure.
I feel like Gerda's got to be better connected than us. And maybe she knows what to do here. Can we get another one? Can we just keep asking for help?
It was nice of Father Getz to give me one of the lilies. Saint Gabriel. The Madonna. I don't. those look better?
I mean, these we've already gone through these. Oh, crazy. Maybe we have some mail. Maybe the mail has come in. Maybe the mail has come in for us. It's time to get the mail.
Hallo, Frau Gelbe. Haben Sie etwas für mich?
Ja, ein Fax. Ein sehr langes.
You got a fax! Oh my god.
Das ist aber nicht vom Schattenjäger.
Of course we
Ist
did.
okay. Dankeschön. Thomas Chapel. Oh.
Couldn't have just rang me? Alright, what do we got here? What do we got? Welcome in, Cressup. A very confusing part of this game. Has been absolutely brutal here. Pages to follow this cover. Many. It seems like I've had a change. If it doesn't look like I can click on this. Seems like I've had a change of heart. Please, underscore. Keep these on the strictest confidence. Good luck on your endeavor. T. Chaphill.
11th June 1872. Louis has convinced me to think matters through more thoroughly before I act. A trip it shall be then, to Shahin. It shall not alter my purpose, I feel, nor shall his compelling. The treaty is the ruin of my beloved Bavaria, and must be taken to task.
Oh, did I? Okay, maybe I did. This is what happens when you get stuck. You're just trying to fire around until something happens. That's my bad. Yeah, why would we check, right? Yeah, that's how I read it. I was kind of like, what the heck? Like, now what's happening, you know? It's a pretty distinct no, yeah, good luck, you know, click type of deal.
3rd July 1872. The pain gets so bad I cannot hold a pen to write, but the horror is far worse than the pain. He says it was an accident, says that we can truly be one now, that it is a great adventure. I believe him 1 minute, and the next I can feel the flames of hell upon my heels. May God have mercy on my soul.
Oh, okay.
5th January 1874. By the power of Mary, Mother of God, I swear to refrain from the ultimate sin and to remain steadfast in my flesh. Sworn by the power of the lily, Eleanor.
Oh, the lily. The ultimate sin.
30th August 1879. I will not falter, but will remain true. No matter the torment or longing, I will not yield. I will control the process. God grant me strength and will. By the grace and power of the monarchy and its allegiance. De Paul Leroy, Eleanor. 10th September 1880.
Look at all these.
It is all finished. Elizabeth warned me, and I discovered the truth at last. O most venomous viper at my very bosom, O lowest of the least worthy who ever breathed, my Judas, my devil. If I could tear my heart out and fling it after him in the dirt, I would.
And who wouldn't?
12th December 1880. He continues to come, the devil. I will never look upon his hideous face again. He is afraid I will tell, and I might. To destroy him, I might. When I think of the accident, now that things are clear, I wonder, was it truly an accident, or was it the plot to kill me? If so, why did he not complete it then, instead of putting me in this torment? Could he have hated me so? I wish to God he had simply ended it there.
These have been like firing off month to month here. We've moved into 81 now.
10th June 1881. Terror. Rapture. During W's music tonight, I felt a pulling. The horror nearly came upon me right there. Then the music turned, and it was gone. What can it mean? I must confide in the great friend. Perhaps he will know what has happened.
The great friend. He's dead. There's not much else to do. He's like, I've been waiting for any. Like, you could have tossed any old flower in there, and I would have jumped at that.
2nd August 1882. The experiments go better and better. W has proved as loyal and determined as ever I believed he would be in a matter of my salvation. He says he has the formula now. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to draw up the diagram for the crystals.
Oh, the crystals.
Can it truly end? I scarce dare to hope.
Oh my goodness.
April 1883. The great friend is dead.
Oh.
How unjust that he should be taken from me now. Where is my chance at salvation? Why has God condemned me twice?
April 1883. Seems interesting. April
10th October 1885. There must be made clear funds for the crystals. Lies. Everyone lies. My own servants. What must I do? Must I sell one of my beloved castles? The crystals must be made. I grow daily less able to control my own will. How long will I be able to resist the ultimate sin? And the music is worthless without the device. Time is running out. The crystals must be made.
The device. Oh. Well, that's some reading right there. Okay. What in the heck? Mr. Smith was out. No one was there to listen. I could just imagine, like, kind of her being possessed, being like, "What? Where is everybody? Where is everybody?" All right. Well, nothing like 15 faxes to get the blood flowing.
I don't have any.
I'm going to try the telephone once again because I feel like that could be... I mean, we're up to 370 now. That was a heck of a lot of points.
I don't know who.
Can't write Gabe. We can write this guy back and give him a little thanks.
I don't think Mr. Chapel wants to hear from me again.
All right.
I don't have anything to.
Okay, don't want to talk to that guy. I'm a bit surprised about that.
I don't want to bother Professor Barkley.
Okay. Okay. Had to check. You know what I mean? That was a lore dump, as you put it, Cressa. And sometimes you have a little bit of cleanup. Make sure I wanted to say thanks to these people for giving me the information
At least
that we've been trying to get for, at this point, 2 sessions. Anything different here? Oh, we're in here now. Okay. Very happily we'll leave Rittersburg at this point.
I do have something to discuss with Georg, but he'll never believe me unless I show him.
Okay. Now that's a hint. Come on, game.
Have you heard of Ludwig's diary?
You heard of it?
Yes, but no one is allowed to see it.
It just so happens that I have a copy of an English translation right here. There's something I wanted to show you. Read this one.
August 1882. The experiments go better and better. They has proved as loyal and determined as ever. It remains only to put the finishing touches on the completed opera and to make up the diagram for the crystal. My God! Wait, I want to show you something.
I knew there was something with this book.
Myself, but I am here alone all day, so. Yeah. Yeah.
July 1881. Richard returned from his meeting with the king. Never have I seen him so pale. I was concerned for his heart. He would not speak with me, but immediately shut himself up in his study and started working on a new project. He will not tell me the first thing about it. He will only say that it was time he repaid his king. It confirms Ludwig's diary. He wasn't crazy.
Yes, but Ludwig says that the opera was completed. Imagine that, completed. There's something else.
August 1882.
It's good taps.
We had a
Good
messenger
taps.
tonight from the king. He brought a letter which Richard burnt. I did manage to see a bit of it. It said something about a great night in Munich and that it would be Richard's supreme triumph and someone else's destruction. Ludwig then wrote that even though he himself would probably die, his immortal soul would be freed thanks to Richard. I worry for poor Ludwig and for us. Where will we be if his madness continues? Surely someone will put an end to it. Wow.
There's one more.
Tap, tap. Give me a tap, tap. Oh, single
May
tap.
1883. I sent Richard's sealed package to the king, as he instructed moments before he closed his eyes forever. I could not even bring myself to care what was in it. What could it matter now? Whatever it is, I hope it brings the king good memories of Richard. He did so much for my beloved.
The package.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we got out of that thing. Great lore dump, but good riddance to chapter 4. I don't even know what to say about that. We'll take it. Wait till you see the speedrun to see how little you have to do. Yeah, I had a feeling that this is probably done in 2 seconds. Like, if it's anything like the Phantasmagoria speedrun, it really is, because these FMV runs are crazy, where it's just like click, 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 and it's just done. You can do that whole game like, I don't know, was it like 10 minutes or something? I'll have to take a look. And yeah, I do plan on speedrunning this at some point. After I finish the game like this first. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun. Thank you for the GGs. Next chapter is fun. Let's go. I could use some fun after what just happened here. Let's continue. Yeah, back to Gabe. Here we go. What we've been missing here. Saxophone MIDI in the back.
I'd love to meet her.
Oh, she's a hoot, all right. Just pretend you don't have a penis around and you'll be fine. Got this inborn need to rip them off.
Now I'm really intrigued.
This one time, I'd gone off to this, party, you might say. And it was getting a bit hairy. Well, Gracie... Oh.
Better. Come here, Kleiner.
Detta does not speak English, but then she has her own methods of communication.
I should leave you two kids alone.
Oh, don't be silly.
What is going on right now? Guys being dudes. The music in the background is like what's really setting the tone here. It's like a bit of a goofy, this feels very dated.
Friedrich, I can't just take your date.
Why not? I didn't expect her tonight. And for some reason, I don't find myself in that mood. Besides, From what you've told me, you live like a monk down south at that castle. Your body needs some attention. Detta. Zeige ihm sein Schlafzimmer.
Grace out there hitting the beat hard, trying to learn all of these things. Meanwhile, Gabe drinking wine, doing whatever the heck is going on here. No wonder she's so upset all the time. Totally deserved. Bold and the Beautiful, for sure. Yeah. This is definitely soap opera-y telenovela. The chain stays on. Or does it? The original take had the Flava Flav clock. It just didn't feel the same way, so they brought the medallion back. All right. VMD missing text. It's an interesting note to leave. 404 not found. Okay. I guess I'll get that joke in probably a couple more years. All right. Well, yeah, that is a great opener there. That's a talk about a tonal change. That's been the theme of this game in a lot of ways. been quite a shift there. All right. Conversations with Curtis. Yeah, of course. Yeah, actually, I think Daniel Albu was in the chat earlier, actually, today. Who's one of the folks with that channel. A lot of very interesting things. Apparently, I think it was AT Machine that told me that the actor that plays the guy in the all the names are starting to get mixed up. The composer, that museum, that guy, the guy at the end where he's like, I got this book, and I'm like, he's tapping on the thing. That guy, I guess, was originally cast as the lead character in Phantasmagoria 2, but I guess there was a scheduling conflict or something. So, yeah, kind of interesting. I didn't know that came in from more tied in folks than I in chat. Okay, what do we need to do now? Yeah, Georg, that's the character in this game. Yeah. That's as good as this chapter gets. All right, I think we maybe go check the mail. We know we have a letter from Grace to receive, so I guess we'll do that. We'll start over there. I may call it a night fairly soon. I'll do some exploring here, and then I'll put a pin in it. But we're gonna first do the usual. We must do our post.
What should I mail?
No, oh wait, no, it gets mailed to our lawyer. That's right. I almost forgot. Hanging out with the hunting guys. Yeah, I think that they were talking about going on a trip or something in the chapter 3, I guess. All right, let's see what this guy's up to. This guy's a good character.
Good morning, Gabriel. Another envelope came from Rittersberg. A request for me and a letter for you.
Ooh. Yeah, mail simulator, that's right. Yeah, the name is a little confusing. I think didn't it get rebranded recently? Or maybe there's a second channel that Daniel's doing that's like Tech Talk with Daniel or something. I may have missed like the official announcement for that, but I noticed that that's could have been part of it. I don't know. But definitely fascinating conversations over there, for sure. Are we good?
I don't want to discuss anything heavy till I've picked up my tape recorder.
So you've picked. Oh, we're getting this guy on the book here. Okay. Well, good thing we can do that. I guess we should check the mail. Have her read our mail here. All right, go ahead.
Gabriel, I've been busy on this case, and it's starting to pay off. Thought I'd fill you in. There's definitely something going on with Ludwig II. I'm pretty sure he was involved with a werewolf. In fact, he was probably turned into one himself. Anyway, something happened to him on this hunting trip, and afterwards he fits the profile in the lore book to a T. It's really fascinating. There's an American couple here, the Smiths. They're from Pennsylvania, if you can believe it. Mrs. Smith has been telling me all about your fortune, and she's sure you're tied in with Ludwig somehow. She also told me to warn you to beware the Black Wolf. Have you learned anything about that yet? So don't tell me where you're staying, as if I care. Really, we're supposed to be a team, Gabriel. I'm holding up my end. I've about done all I can down here, and if you want, I can join you there soon. Perhaps I'll see something I recognize from my research. I'm serious. Grace.
Christ, she's losing it. Ludwig II, a werewolf. Yeah, right.
Oh, Gabe, you silly guy. Oh, that's the Klingman tape. Exit. Let's see if what does this thing look like here? We got so much junk in the inventory. Do we have this? Is this an item anymore? Or do I just... Oh, maybe not.
I don't want to discuss.
So I've picked up my tape recorder. Okay, this is the tape.
I'm not sure why.
I might be... Do we not have the tape recorder? Oh, the tape recorder is hidden in... Okay, yep, off we go. I know where we need to go. We have to go pick up our tape recorder, and it's actually not this way. It's not this way at all. I forgot, at the very end of the last chapter, we hid a tape recorder in the hunting lodge. It's a lodge? Does it count as a lodge? It's in the middle of the city? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. The lounge, the hunting lounge. Brad Greenquist. Oh, okay.
The men will be meeting here later today for the trip. I'm sure they won't wait for you, so you might want to be on time.
I'll be here. Sweet of you to worry, though.
Those guys are great.
I'm not in the mood to communicate with the dead today.
Oh, you mean like Grace did? I feel bad for her. I want.
Just the right size for the...
Busting her butt out there. Very smooth. Because no one would be suspicious of somebody who sat down in a chair, took 2 seconds to look at a book, shove something into their shirt, and then immediately get up like... It's very smooth. Very good. Alright, well, I suppose we need to have a listen to,
I recorded some of Von Zell's conversation last night. Unfortunately, it's in German.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we need to have somebody translate this, and that person...
I'd give it a shot,
is
but
this
I don't
couple.
speak the language.
For sure, this random couple over here. Excuse me, I know you're attending to your baby. However, I was hoping you could translate this random conversation that I've been eavesdropping on from German English. It's probably about how people don't like me over here.
Gabriel, come in.
Hey, Harry.
Come on down. Stand there for a club of 6 people. You're right. You're right. That's a pretty lousy job. Right. Go ahead. Missing persons.
Have any luck with that missing person search?
Oh, of course, I forgot. Frau Hogel dropped off something this morning. Yes, there are 2 forest areas where missing persons incidents are concerned. The Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald and the Naturpark Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald. Frau Hogel checked both these areas back 10 years. Between 1960 and 1969, there were only 1 to 2 cases a year in the Bavarian National Forest area. Between 1970 and 1990, there were 10 to 12 cases each year. Oh. In 1991, it went up to 17, then went back down to 12 in 92 and 93. The Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald figures are similar.
Curious.
Does something ring a bell?
If it does, I should be able to hear it loud and clear. I'm leaving this afternoon for the Bavarian National Forest.
Piano. Somebody sat on the piano. It came from the desert. Good to see you again. Welcome. All right. Help me out, buddy.
Can I bother you for another favor? I need something translated, and I need somebody I can trust to do it.
And you're asking me? You obviously don't know German lawyers.
Harry, you're such a kidder.
It's like I've already leaked the contents of the tape to the press, so
It is.
being serious.
Wir müssen miteinander reden.
We should talk?
Nein.
No?
Es ist meine Karriere, verdammt noch einmal. Vielleicht sogar mehr, wenn die...
His career is in danger even if the police...
Ich habe Ihnen doch gesagt, nicht darüber zu sprechen.
I told you not to speak of it.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
The police must know that our wolves are not responsible. There are tests they can perform on the bodies.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
So, your escape wolves are not the killers. What's the problem?
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
He says you've been asking a lot of questions.
Worüber?
About what?
Über die Wölfe.
About the wolves. Who are these men?
Just friends.
Why does she play it like
I
this?
think there's more.
Was ist los, von Aigner? Ich muss mit jemand anderem reden.
He doesn't want to talk, says he has someone else to speak to.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Do you know anything about Großberg's death?
Wieso sollte ich?
Why the hell should I?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
I gave you his name.
Und?
And?
En hij vraagt mich, hoe ik Großberg kenne.
He says you asked him if he knew Großberg.
Was?
I think I know what happens next.
You know, it would be a great tragedy if the Ritterline were to die out. A great, great tragedy. I'm not just talking about for the sake of our firm, but...
I know what I'm doing, Harry.
Do you? Do you, though? That's a face of somebody who might not know what he's doing.
I don't have anything else to say right now.
Okay, so we've gone through that. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay,
I'm not sure why I'd want... I don't have anything else.
Nothing to say. All right, I guess we'll dip.
I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
Make a phone call at that exact moment. Okay. We want any of these sausages
I don't think
yet?
you speak.
No. Good. I'm sure they're great. Interesting. I guess we'll pop back in here and see if anybody's shown up.
I'm not in the...
That must be another part of the game.
I'll leave the magazines here. I don't think it just leads.
Yeah, okay. The cuckoo clock back in.
And I thought German. And I thought.
Okay. I think we might not need to deal with any of them. Point, it seems.
They're busy.
They're busy. All right. I guess.
I don't need to go back to the Ubis place right now.
Okay.
No point in going back in there at the moment.
Okay.
I don't need to do anything else at the lab.
Okay. We can go to the police. What is this one down here again?
The American P.I.
Yes.
Criminal Commissar Lieber. I couldn't just call you KKL, could I?
Sit down.
This guy's a legend right here.
How about KKK?
Whoa. What a weird joke to make.
I'm sure nothing's changed since the last time I looked at the map.
Sit
At
down.
least he's neater than Detective.
Oh, we get a couple things. Case status. Let's go.
What's the status on the case?
There's nothing new that I can share with you.
Is there anything new that you can't share with me?
I mean, my goodness. Get to the case status now.
Okay, let's try this. You haven't found the zoo wolves yet.
No.
Have you caught anything yet?
No.
Oh, this poor guy. I feel bad for him. He's trying. You can tell he's
Why
trying.
am I not surprised?
Gabe, read the room, pal.
Kind of a funny thing. I talked to Grossberg's assistant. It was a fluke, really. But she mentioned you guys took some of Grossberg's ledgers.
I told you to stay out of our business, Knight.
True, true. Why did you guys take ledgers if Grossberg was just a random victim?
As long as this case is open, I'm going by the book. That means a standard background check on the victim.
Find anything?
I don't think anyone's looked yet. We'll probably assign one of the younger men to do it. As you say, Grossberg was a random victim.
Did I say that?
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Sure.
I don't suppose you'd let me take an eensy-weensy look at Grossberg's ledgers.
Absolutely not.
What if I could prove that Grossberg wasn't a random victim?
You're crazy.
Am I?
Look, if you have information, I want to know what it is now.
What information? Look, 5 minutes with the ledgers. If Grossberg was a random victim, my looking won't matter. And if not, I may be able to help you out. You get nothing to lose either way.
I don't believe you know anything. No papers.
Oh, the seething look. My goodness. I was waiting for him to be like, we do not measure in teensy-weensies here. That's not a metric measurement, to my knowledge.
He's being pretty stubborn about those ledgers. I've got a feeling I won't be able to just talk my way past this one.
What's up, Slames James? Good to see you. All right, so we've got the tape. The tape's pretty damning, right?
If I can convince you I do know something new about this case, will you let me see Grossberg's ledgers?
I'm listening.
Good. Keep it up.
Oh. Gabe. Smooth talking.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
Worüber?
Über die Wölfe.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Wieso sollte ich?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
It's better the second time you hear it, right? It hits a little different.
You were...
The ledgers first, please.
Starter, bringen Sie Großbergs Papiere herein.
And one of the younger guys, huh?
Das ist alles.
What kind of ship is this guy running?
You'd better have something important to tell me when I get back, Knight. Or you'll learn more about Chairman law enforcement than you ever cared to know.
Oh, the 3D door. Let's go. As you do, we have to stand up to read things. I don't know if you guys do that as well. You gotta get a good stand for a good read. Well, this is awesome, by the way. This has already started out to be a very interesting chapter.
At least he's
he's out of here, so I figured I'd just check. But yeah, well, let's dive in, shall we? Just leaf through the ledgers. Or however he wants to pronounce it. What is this? Import-export, okay. Vandalay Industries, okay. Now we're gonna Guybrush this thing, alright. Of course.
Sniper! Kommen Sie her und nehmen Sie die Papiere weg.
Double music? Can't tell which mood it's gonna be.
All right. Spill it.
The beans, that is.
Herr Dr. Klingman from the zoo?
Yes?
He belongs to a men's club, right? And the guy that was asking about Grossberg? Well, he's in that club, too. Ditto the third guy, the one with the personality of a pit bull.
Go on.
The guy that was asking about Grossberg, he was listed in one of Grossberg's address books. They knew each other. And the club these fellas all patronize is only blocks from where Grossberg was killed. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Good work. We'll have the club investigated immediately. You'll have to leave that tape here.
Wait a minute. I'm already in with these guys. You go in there with your SWAT troop and my stool pigeon days are over.
Sorry, but I'm in charge of this case, and now I have a lead. I can't depend on a civilian to do my job. What's the name of this club?
The Friendly Wanderer. It's near the university.
Okay. I appreciate the information, but as of now, I want you to disappear. We'll handle everything.
Sure, I understand. Good luck, Lieber.
The tape?
The tape? Does that mean that Gabe's just carrying around like 30 cassette tapes at all times? I guess they're pretty small, but...
Sucker.
He said that one right into the microphone. Sucker. That's crazy. They have still back his permanent record. These will all be A's now. Any Snoogans? Who's the Canis lupus lupus? The lupus so nice they named it twice. Alright. Well. Grossberg's contact. Okay, so that's a new spot. Von Glauer's house, that's this one. Biology lab, right? We knew all these things. Oh my goodness. Said the murder took place blocks from the club, and said it was near the university. Apparently, this Lieber fellow is not a very good detective. He was just eating that down. I was like, oh yeah, it's in here.
Just thinking about Von Glau's place gives me a hangover. I'll see him this afternoon.
Okay. Nothing at the
No
zoo,
point
right?
going back in there at the moment.
I don't need.
I guess we need to go to the contact. We'll go there now. In fact, I'm gonna put a save in here because free of research. Save. It's getting kind of late, and it's time for me to go to bed.